Hi there, and welcome to Graham's Guide, Friday Live, this Friday, the 24th of March. Let's get straight into it. Where are my buttons? Sorry, always raving on about. I fixed my buttons, so now they're actually working. If you watched last week's video, the end of last week's video, you'll work out what I'm talking about. Anyway, I don't want to get distracted because I'm very easily distracted. Today I'm going to point you in the direction for guidance on the assignments. So let's get straight into it. As I said, so if you go to your group, I'm going to go to group 11 since it's sitting right here on my desktop, and into the discussions, you will find that I pinned 5 discussions that I think are important. So the first one is the Collaborate Hub. So Tanya has just updated the Collaborate Hub. So if you click in there, you will now find that there are a whole lot of session times to let you know when we're going to have our live Collaborate sessions. There are plenty of choices. You only have to attend one session for each Collaborate session. Does that make sense? So there are 3 sessions. This is session 1. So you can choose any of these time slots to attend any of these sessions. You can see that I'm doing, which one am I doing? Where's my name? Wednesday the 5th at 7 p.m. So if you'd like to come to my session, it's on Wednesday the 5th at 7 p.m. For session 2, I believe I'm doing Sunday mornings. Yes, Sunday morning at 10 a.m. And if you would like to come to my session for session 3, that won't be until the 21st of May. And it's also on a Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Did I say 10 a.m. for the other one? So session 2, it is Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So we will be outside. So this first session on the Friday is in Australian Eastern Daylight Time, but after Friday the 31st of March, actually I think it happens on the 1st of April, we then change into Australian Eastern Standard Time. So all the times from Sunday the 2nd of April onwards are in Australian Eastern Daylight Time. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but these are the Collaborate sessions that you can come to. You only have to come to one time slot in each session. So there are a lot of choices there. Let's go back to the discussions, because I'm supposed to be talking about the assignments. That's why I have this agenda here. So assignment 3. Last week I talked about assignment 3. If you go into the assignment 3 discussion, you'll find that for those of you who've done the planner, or even if you haven't done the planner, I've put a copy of the planner here in the assignment 3 Q&A so that it saves you having to go back to week 1 down the track. So you only need to think about, when you're thinking about where can I find information on the assignments, just go in here to these assignment discussion forums, and you'll see here that video that I provided on unit and course goals is right here in the assignment 3 Q&A, as well as some additional guidance as well. There's an essay guide here that I wrote up a couple of years ago. You might find that essay guide helpful. And we're going to talk much more about these written assessments down the track, but I just want to show you where you can find information right now. So again, in assignment 2, in the assignment 2 discussion forum, you'll see that I've also provided plenty of guidance for assignment 2. I've already receiving questions about assignment 2, which is a lot of the reason why I'm talking about the assignments today, because people have worked out that the assignments are an important aspect of this unit, and so people are asking about the assignments. So here's some more information about assignment 2, which you don't need to be working on immediately, but it's worthwhile looking over this guidance because the earlier you familiarize yourself with this material, the more likely it will all start to make more sense for when it comes to actually writing up assignment 2. I've provided here actually a suggested structure for assignment 2. It involves answering some questions, 7 questions, but I've split those questions up into 4 major sections. And where is it? Is this my little plan, the assignment 2 structure? Yeah, so if you watch my video on assignment 2, it'll show you. So here are those 7 questions I was talking about, and but I've split it into 4 sections based on the marking criteria. So you can watch my video below here on assignment 2 to learn more about how to structure your response to assignment 2, which is not an essay. Assignment 2 is not an essay, but assignment 3 is an essay. And back here to the discussions, and finally into assignment 1. I've also provided a little bit of guidance for assignment 1. I don't think you'll need a lot of guidance for assignment 1 because, frankly, I feel that it's not a high level of difficulty, especially the first quiz. There's no need to be stressing about doing these quizzes. In fact, the earlier you do them and get them out of the way, the earlier you can move on with your life. So once those quizzes become available, get in there and try and do them. Don't leave them to the last minute, that's for sure. Make sure that you get them early. The quizzes are open for a week, and this first quiz opened. Let me go into the quizzes, actually. So I'll go back to the home page for our unit. I'm going to change to the student view because I think your view and my view are a bit different if we go into these. And you go into assignments over here, and here's the first online test. If you click on that now, you'll only get this page that shows you that the quiz is locked until April 3rd. But if you're looking for some extra information, instructions on the quiz, the instructions are here. So you can click on the assignment 1 online test instructions, and there's more information about the quizzes. And it says here that there are 5 multiple choice questions. You have 30 minutes to do the quiz. You can actually have other browser windows open, so you can have the quiz running, but then you can look for the answers in another browser window. So it's what's called an open book exam or an open book quiz. I'm going to leave the student view now. Oh, we'll stay here for a moment. So just back here on the assignments page, there is an originality report submission section. So when you're writing up assignment 2 and assignment 3, you can submit your draft to the originality report submission. A person doesn't look at it when you click here, just a computer looks at it. And the computer is looking for text similarity. So it's looking for similarity between your text and all the rest of the text that's out there on the internet. So that's helpful. If you're, you'll need to be referring to other academic documents and other sources, and you need to paraphrase those sources to support your answer. And occasionally you can use a direct quote. Now, if by accident you forget to cite a source, because you need to cite your sources, otherwise it's plagiarism, but this originality report will highlight those bits of text similarity that it finds, and then you can make sure that you include a citation where your text and there's matching text online so that you can cite your sources and you won't be getting in trouble for plagiarism. So the originality report is very good for that reason, but it's not a submission point where a person will look at it. There's another thing you can do, and that's, I might just show you quickly. If you go into assignment 2, I think you'll find it here. And if you scroll down, let Submission details overview. Yes. So in the submission details overview tab, there is assignment support called Studiosity, and that is an actual person will look at your draft submission and provide you with feedback. But you want to get that draft submission in early. Don't submit to Studiosity with there's only 24 hours before the due date, because you may not get your feedback back from Studiosity. I would be submitting to Studiosity a week ahead. So try and get your draft completed a week ahead, submit it to Studiosity, and then you can use the feedback from Studiosity to polish your written assessment. So that's really all I wanted to show you today. I wanted to draw your attention to the assessments, where you can find help on the assessments. In those discussion boards, in the assignment discussion boards, ask any question you want about the assignments, and myself and other students can provide you with some guidance or some discussion about how best to respond to those written assignments. Here we like to talk about social constructivism, and that's where we construct knowledge socially together to make it a joint learning experience. And you're all bringing your own personal experiences, and that's what's really helpful when you're constructing knowledge, because you then end up with different perspectives, and there might be like light bulb moments where somebody raises something that you would never have thought of, and yet it's going to be really helpful to you in better understanding your learning in this unit. Alrighty, well, that's enough from me. We'll catch up with you in the discussions, and that's bye for now.